moving into the next density. Our planet Earth exists in three main formed identities in this universal time matrix. The third dimensional Earth is called Earth or Terra. Fifth dimensional Earth is called Tara. And seventh dimensional Earth is called Gaia. Different extraterrestrial races and extra-dimensionals may call these future Earths by different names based on their language. They are all planet Earth at different stages of evolution in the timelines. The parallel Earths, fifth dimension and seventh dimension, exist in the future on higher scales of frequency that control what type of matter is being formed there. In higher dimensions and higher densities, the type of matter on a planet evolves to lesser states of density, yet there is still a form. Our form may shift into less density, but it still looks similar in appearance to the type of body we have on Earth now. What type of matter and density one takes on is connected to the location of time and space, future timelines, and where the identity of that person is in the future. The third dimensional Earth exists at the lowest possible density of matter. That comprises the lowest three spectrums of frequency throughout the universal scale. We have come to recognize these lowest three frequencies are connected to the first, second, and third layer of our chakra system. Together, these three frequencies manifest the collective horizontal network of telluric earth currents that also function in the ley lines that manifest timelines on the third dimensional Earth. So when we only use these first three chakras, our consciousness is trapped in the lowest frequencies available in our body, and it keeps us locked into the third dimensional location of time and space. At this level of negative ego mind, we become locked into the density of matter and trapped in the third dimensional cycles of time. Because these three frequencies are earth currents, they are comprised of very dense subatomic particles that have formed physical matter on the third dimensional earth plane. Each of these three frequencies also represent subatomic particles, which are particles that are much smaller than an atom. An atom is the smallest unit of ordinary matter that has the properties of a chemical element. The number of protons in the nucleus define what chemical element the atom belongs to. So, when protons are added, it completely changes the atomic structure. Subatomic properties of the atom are broken down into smaller units of the family of protons, electrons, and neutrons. If the number of the protons and electrons are equal, that atom is electrically neutral. This is key to understanding how to expand human consciousness. When we become capable of holding the neutral field between balanced protons and electrons, our energetic aura and body become free of lower frequency limitations, and we move to the next higher frequency instruction sets. This is the ascension process we undergo to shift into the next density. In the third dimensional Earth, the first dimensional frequency is the proton, which is related to gross matter and gravitational force. The second dimensional frequency is the electron, related to antimatter and the rate of spinning electrons. The third dimensional frequency is the neutron, related to dark matter, superluminosity functions, and particle conversion. Together, these three spectrums of frequency run telluric current and create the collective horizontal network and the collective egoic personality body on the third dimensional earth plane called the telluric shield. At this time, during the bifurcation, the negative alien agenda and power elite are doing everything they can to take over the telluric shield in the third dimensional earth body and control it through artificial intelligence, mind control, frequency nets, and alien technology. These areas of the earth are recognized as the descending areas or descending zones. This is because there are a great many people on Earth that are still very attached and engaged with the third dimensional realities and feeding their consciousness into that extremely low frequency. Ascension is a conscious choice taken by the individual, and that choice is not interfered with. On the other hand, the ascending population of Earth will be moving en masse to the next density in the harmonic scale of frequencies. For most groups, this will change the position in time of their matter blueprint from the telluric shield to ascend their subatomic particles to connect with the tribal shield of the fifth dimension. For some people, they will not be running first dimensional, second dimensional, or third dimensional current any longer, but will be replaced by the next density of fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, and sixth dimensional current. Others will undergo gradual frequency upgrade so that their body can comfortably adjust to these new frequencies, which replace the third dimensional proton, electron, and neutron structure with its higher fifth dimensional version. This equals the planetary consciousness shift from matter density to semi-etheric matter density. For starseeds and indigos, this will change the position of our matter forms from the tribal shield to either the galactic shield or Christo shield, which also has locations in time. Many of us have been energetic placement holders of the human tribal shield to keep it available for the ascension event happening during this blood moon cycle. Each of the ascending waves have different subatomic particle structures that span from semi-etheric and etheric to pre-matter states of consciousness units. This shift to the next density will radically impact our consciousness experience while in our body. For those on the ascending path, the laws governing intelligent energy that create matter and realities is elevating into the next density. This event should greatly support restoring energetic balance into all of the bodies, experiencing more peace and ease in our lives while feeling much less dense than before. Previously, we were all born into the third dimensional earth and connected into the telluric shield through our morphogenetic blueprint at the time of incarnation. The elemental particles of our body were designated into a timeline governed by the proton, electron, and neutron structure that existed in the laws of the third dimension through telluric current. This timeline in the third dimensional particle structure is ending on the Earth. Yet, those who are resisting and do not want to evolve are fighting hard to keep it operating. During the ascension cycle, the elemental particles of our body are changing at the subatomic and atomic levels along with our expanding consciousness. We are becoming less dense at the physical level. What we perceive as solid in the holographic reality is based upon the level of DNA we have activated. Depending on the shift made to the next density, many on the ascending path will naturally undergo slight to moderate levels of DNA activation. This means that certain wavelengths of light that were not previously seen as solid may start to be seen as solid forms, or in some kind of form that you did not perceive before in the lower dimensional scale. This shift to the next density is increasing the materialization of both planetary miasma and individual miasma, which are the inherited and genetic patterns recorded in our cellular matrix that impact the physical body and spiritual energetic bodies. Many of us will notice an increase in these miasmas, which will appear to be disease patterns surfacing now for us to become aware of. This is due to the genetic and inherited weakness from our family of origin surfacing in our body that is revealing to show us the area of the recorded miasma. When addressing bodily changes, which can be intense during this time, stay calm and peaceful. Ask your body, consciousness, and inner spirit to show you the source of the miasma, the timeline to clear it, and what you can do directly to participate with the healing of miasma. We will be addressing individual miasma, family of origin miasma, collective humanity miasma, and planetary miasma at the level of our spiritual consciousness and what our body can handle. Miasma patterns accumulate every 7 to 9 years of the biological life cycle, so our current biospiritual marker will also be relative to the level of accumulative miasma we will be addressing now.